Make enough mistakes. A message to young people. When I was 25 years old, I told myself something very simple. Don't worry about mistakes. Every mistake is income. Every failure is revenue for your future. At 25, you are allowed to fall. You are allowed to fail. You are allowed to be confused. In fact, you are supposed to. People think success is built on intelligence, money, or connections. But success is built on something much more powerful, experience. And experience only comes from trying, failing, learning, and trying again. So if you are young, listen carefully. Your age is your greatest asset. Before 20, be a good student. Before you turn 20, your job is simple. Be a good student. This doesn't only mean getting good grades. It means learning how to learn. It means developing discipline. It means training your mind to absorb knowledge. At this stage, you are not expected to change the world. You are expected to prepare yourself for it. Read widely, ask questions. Be curious. Curiosity is more valuable than talent. The world belongs to people who never stop asking why and how. Before 30, follow the right boss, not the right company. From 20 to 30 years old, this is the most important advice I can give you. It is not about which company you join. It is about which boss you follow. Many young people want to work for big, famous companies. They believe prestige equals success. But working in a big company often means you are just one small part of a giant machine. You learn processes, you learn structure, but you may not learn passion. If you join a small company, something different happens. In a small company, you learn how to do many things at once, learn how to survive, learn how to solve problems creatively, learn about dreams and ambition, learn how to take responsibility. In a small company, you don't hide behind departments, you grow. So before 30, focus on learning. Follow a leader who challenges you. A good boss teaches you how to think differently. A good boss shapes your mindset, not just your skills. From 30 to 40, decide if you work for yourself. When you are between 30 and 40 years old, you must ask yourself a serious question. Do I want to work for myself? If you want to become an entrepreneur, this is the time to begin. You now have experience. You have made mistakes. You understand people. You have suffered enough to build resilience. Entrepreneurship is not about money. It is about solving problems. It is about seeing opportunities where others see complaints. Many people complain, there are no jobs. The economy is bad. I don't have money. The market is too competitive. But opportunity always hides behind complaints. If everyone says something is difficult, that is exactly where opportunity lives. From 40 to 50, focus on what you are good at. Between 40 and 50 years old, you must be very clear. Focus on what you are good at. Don't chase new trends just because they are popular. Don't jump into areas where you have no strength. At this age, your greatest advantage is experience and specialization. Trying to start from zero in a completely new field is risky. You may succeed, but the cost of failure becomes higher. So double down on your strengths. Build deeper expertise. Expand what you already understand. From 50 to 60, invest in young people. When you are 50 to 60 years old, your mission changes. Now it is time to support young people. Trust young people. Invest in young people. They have more energy than you. They understand new technology better than you. They see the world differently. Your role becomes guidance, not control. The future does not belong to you anymore. It belongs to them. After 60, enjoy life. When you are over 60, relax. Spend time with your family. Enjoy the sunshine. Walk on the beach. Read books. Reflect. Life is not only about building companies, it is also about living. My story of failure. Let me tell you something. I did not have a rich father. I was not born smart. I failed many times. I tried 3 times to enter university. I failed. I applied to Harvard 10 times. I was rejected every time. I applied for 30 jobs. I was rejected. Even KFC rejected me. When 24 people applied for a job at KFC, 23 were accepted. I was the only one rejected. I became a teacher earning about $10 a month. Was I frustrated? Of course, but failure shaped me. In 1995, I heard about something called the internet. I told my friends, this could change the world. 23 of them said, this is stupid. We've never heard of it. You don't know anything about computers. They were right. I didn't. But I believed something big was coming. I tried to borrow $3,000 from banks. It took 3 months. I failed. I talked to more than 30 venture capitalists. They all said no. People told me the business model was terrible. They said it would never work, but I believed. In 1999, we gathered $50,000 from 18 friends. That is how Alibaba started. For the first 3 years, we made zero revenue. Zero. Why didn't we quit? Because we received emails from small business owners saying, "Thank you. This platform helps us. If you keep helping us, one day you will succeed." We built slowly. We focused on customers. We built trust. Little by little, it grew. The difference between great leaders and others. What makes people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg different? It's not intelligence alone, it's optimism. They believe in the future. They don't complain. They solve problems. When others panic, they prepare. When others complain, they innovate. Don't complain. Build young people often say, "I don't have money. I don't have connections. I don't have opportunity." But the best asset you have is youth. When you are young, you can recover from mistakes. You can try again. You can learn quickly, make enough mistakes, fall, stand up. Fall again. Stand up again. Enjoy the journey. Dreams first, money later. Never chase money directly. Money follows people. People follow dreams. If you have a strong dream and you work hard, money will eventually follow. If you only chase money, you will lose both money and purpose. Serve the world. I don't believe anyone can conquer the world, but we can serve it. Whether you work for yourself or for a company, remember, working for yourself should mean working for society. You succeed only when others succeed. You are happy only when others are happy. Technology changes everything. Technology today is cheap. It is powerful. It is accessible. In China, many rural farmers could not sell their products before the internet. Their apples would rot because they could only sell by the truckload. Now they can sell one apple at a time using mobile phones. A farmer in a remote village can reach customers across the country. That is empowerment. Technology reduces inequality. Technology gives voice to the unheard. Tough times create great companies. Great companies are built during difficult times. When the economy slows down, people worry. But that is when innovation happens. Every crisis hides opportunity. History proves this again and again. The century of empowerment. The first industrial revolution released human muscle. The second released energy. This technological revolution releases the brain. This is not a competition of physical strength. It is a competition of wisdom. On the internet, you cannot see gender. You cannot see background. You cannot see race. Ideas matter more than appearance. More than half of the shop owners on Alibaba are women. Technology creates equality. This century belongs to people who can think, adapt, and collaborate. Clean energy and the future. We face global challenges: climate change, pollution, economic inequality. But I am optimistic. Young people born in the internet age think differently. They will use data, technology, and creativity to solve problems that older generations could not. Every big problem is also a big opportunity. If you solve pollution, you build a new industry. If you solve energy issues, you build new markets. Optimism is not blindness, it is courage. Define your life. Positively, never define your life by what you hate. Never build your identity by attacking others. Successful people do not regret others' success. They focus on creating value. The world has enough negativity. What it needs is builders. Empower others to empower yourself. In the past century, IT meant information technology. In this century, I call it DT, data technology. It was about making yourself stronger. DT is about empowering others. When you empower others, you empower your own future. If you help small businesses grow, they help you grow. If you help farmers sell products, they strengthen the economy. If you help young people succeed, society becomes stronger. Empowerment is the real business model of the future. Final message to young people. If you are 25 years old, make mistakes, take risks, try crazy ideas. Don't fear rejection. Don't fear failure. Remember, I failed exams. I failed job interviews. I was rejected by Harvard 10 times. Investors said no, banks said no, but I never stopped. If someone like me can succeed, many others can too. The world today has more tools than ever before. More access, more technology, more opportunity. But opportunity belongs to those who act. Don't just talk about ideas at night. Act in the morning. Wake up earlier. Work harder. Be braver. The future is not something you wait for. The future is something you build, and it begins the moment you decide. I will not complain, I will create. Make enough mistakes, learn from them, stand up again. One day, those mistakes will become the foundation of your success. And when that day comes, remember to empower others. Because the true meaning of success is not how much you gain, it is how many people you help rise with you.